Hi there, Ifir Alice here, and here we are in Parsha Vayetze. And in this week's Parsha, we read the story of Jacob meets the love of his life, Rachel. And he goes to her father, Lavan, in order to make a deal, to make sure that they get married. Now, the way that conversation goes is not exactly how you'd think it would. Now, he goes and he has this conversation with Lavan, and Lavan is basically saying, what will you give me if I give you my daughter's hand in marriage, my daughter Rachel? What will you give me? And he says, 7 years of work. What? It's almost like somebody is offering you something and they're like, this is $5. How much will you pay me for it? I will pay you $1 billion, million, trillion, gazillion. What? Why would you pay so much money? Why is the first thing that he suggests 7 long years? Now, the interesting thing is that after that, it actually says that those 7 years flew by. They felt like a few days. What is going on here? And more importantly for us, as always, what can we learn from it? Now we see that Rachel was very, very special. She was incredibly beautiful. She's described in the Torah as beautiful on the outside and beautiful on the inside, which is not something that is usually listed by all of the women. She has this very specific description of how special and how beautiful she is. And Yaakov knows that she is this really special person, and he's not going to take a chance that he doesn't get to marry her. But there's something beyond that. He sees beyond that. He knows that she is probably the most beautiful woman in the entire region, the most beautiful woman that anyone has ever seen. And he wanted to make sure that she knew, and everyone else knew, that the reason that he wanted to marry her was the beauty on the inside that shined brighter than the beauty on the outside. He loved her for who she was. He loved her because she was his soulmate and she brought out the best in him. And he said, I will work 7 years for her. Because if this was just about physical attraction, if this was just because she was so beautiful, then I would not be willing to work for 7 years. But she's my soulmate, and I would do anything for my true love. So romantic and so beautiful. We see for ourselves that this is such a valuable lesson, that sometimes we jump into things. We think I'm going to lose this deal, and if I don't do it right now, it's not going to happen. Black Friday, today. If you don't buy every single thing that's on sale, it's not going to be on sale next week. So what are you going to do? You got to buy everything, right? We see that patience is really the way to get things right. Sometimes we jump into things and we want that instant result. We want that instant gratification. And really, that doesn't end well. We see that in last week's Parsha, when Esau was starving and he wanted to eat, and he said, I will give you my birthright for a bowl of soup, which we spoke about last week. How would you do such a thing? That's because it's instantaneous and it's hard to think to the future. But we need to be like Yaakov, and we need to play it slow, and we need to take it easy. We need to think in the long run. Right now might be a difficult time. You just do your best. You take every day as one day. Focus on today and make today awesome, and I promise you, tomorrow will be even better. Shabbat Shalom.